What's up, guys? Miss Pass here, back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes commentary video, and today we are unlocking Thrawn. Well, actually, it was a couple days ago that I unlocked Thrawn, but I finally got some time. Trust me, work has been crazy coming back from vacation. It's always a hectic thing, but I unlocked Thrawn, and that was with a Gear 7 Hera, abilities all at 5 and 6, a Gear 7 Kanan, same thing. Ezra, same thing. Zeb, same thing. And Chopper, same thing. All, if you noticed, with 0 mods. I just wanted to see if mods were necessary here. All of my characters, level 70. I think Kanan might have been 79. I don't know why, but I wasted a few extra credits on Kanan. I don't know. Dumb decision. But, you know, it is what it is. Yep, he's level 79. So, all in all, guys, I just kind of... obviously, I flashed forward to Tier 5 where I unlocked Thrawn. And I was really just kind of having fun with it. I wasn't quite sure if I would actually be able to defeat Thrawn with this setup, because like I said, I didn't use any mods and they were all at level 70 and Gear 7. So I was kind of skeptical, but then again, I was kind of hopeful because, you know, I'm lazy and I don't like to move my mods around. So if I didn't have to move my mods, all the better, and thankfully I didn't have to move my mods because, spoiler alert, I did unlock Thrawn with this squad. No mods, pretty much no fuss, no muss. I'm pretty sure I even 3-starred it. So it was a very fun event. I especially loved the Thrawn theme music playing. This is one of the rare instances where I had to actually play with my audio on, because the Thrawn event was just too legendary. And let's face it, guys, the music, the audio, the gameplay, all of it just super awesome. They knocked this event out of the park. I really liked the multiple engagements instead of just, you know, one. You go in and, oh, there's the enemy and you fight them. I mean, don't get me wrong, fighting the original Episode 4 crew of the Millennium Falcon, that was a lot of fun. To acquire R2, these last 2 legendary events have really actually felt legendary. They felt like you were almost part of the game almost, and I really liked the way that they actually handled that. So I thought that this was a very cool engagement, fighting through waves of different troopers and for you know, Imperial officers to get to Thrawn in his room, and that was absolutely perfect. The actual setting of Thrawn's office was perfect. I really like that the developers have been taking a more, I guess you could say, artistic approach when designing these events, and actually not just regurgitating the same backgrounds, the same environments that you have from earlier aspects of the game or different aspects of the game, and actually really trying to immerse you in the environment. And I just think it's a cool touch. I think Thrawn is a very cool character, and honestly, you know, a lot of people were really worried that he would be broken or OP or whatever you may, whatever term you choose to use. And I really don't feel that way. I really don't feel like Thrawn breaks the game. And when it comes to power creep, especially, a lot of people... Oh, no, I guess I didn't 3-star this one. I lost Chopper. So it is what it is. But going back, I think that Thrawn is actually very balanced. A lot of people still say that, oh, Darth Nihilus broke the game, but when you really think about it, there are certain compositions, certain squad comps that without Darth Nihilus would be impossible to beat. Savage by himself, if it's down to even 2 or even sometimes 3v1 on a Zeta Savage, you just can't kill him. You gotta just survive until Nihilus's Annihilate comes up, and then you can win the match. And even then, you have to worry about staying alive, because Zeta Savage can actually hit pretty stinking hard. So Any rate, I really think that in the grand scheme of things, Grand Admiral Thrawn is fairly balanced. I say fairly because we honestly haven't had a whole lot of time to play with him. I only got to play with him for, I mean, a grand total of maybe 3-4 hours at EA Play, which, by the way, was friggin' awesome. Absolutely incredible way to experience Hollywood. I personally had never ever been to actually Hollywood. I've been to SoCal, NorCal. I mean, I was born in Sacramento, so I've been to California. It's just, when it came to Hollywood, I never thought I'd ever be... I never thought I'd ever go to Hollywood. So it was really cool to be able to experience Hollywood the way I did. Now, one thing that I wanted to do differently from the other guys, because I knew the other guys would go and max out Thrawn immediately, go throw, you know, wicked awesome mods on him and just go to town, right? So, granted, I am playing on Mace Window's account, which is a 100% gear collection score on SWGoH.gg, but and his mods are good. But I kept my Thrawn for this gameplay. I kept him at 5 stars, maxed, obviously gear maxed. I mean, that's something that all players can manage. But I also didn't put any Zeta mats on him. I didn't Zeta either his leader or his unique. So the gameplay that you're seeing here is gameplay with a 5-star gear maxed NO Zeta Thrawn, and I am fighting against McMole2, Warrior, Mermon, Mobile Gamer, Ono T101, all, and I'm not. I mean, I lose some, but I win some as well. So the fact that I am actually able to compete against a gear maxed Zeta Thrawn with these squad compositions, now granted all of these characters are gear maxed, you know, most of them have Zetas as well, is a testament to Thrawn's viability at 5 stars. He is viable. If you are on the cusp of being able to unlock Thrawn yourself, go get him, because this gameplay is proof that Thrawn is good at 5 stars. You will win. I mean, right now, Arnold T101, he got his Thrawn 5 stars. He got him up to gear 9, and he took first place in arenas. First place with a gear 9 Thrawn, lead without the leader Zeta. So, Thrawn is a very good player, or character rather, and I really do not believe that he is a broken character or OP in any way, shape, or form, honestly, because, like I said, there is a great deal of balance in this game. Thrawn on defense is a little lacking. That is one thing that I have heard and seen, that he can be beaten on defense, and it is kind of a downside of Thrawn, but I really see his fracture as not really being as OP as people thought it would be, you know. And that brings me to strategy. How do you want to gear, or rather mod your Thrawn? Do you want to run him as your leader, or do you maybe want to try Grand Admiral, or Grand Moff Tarkin as your leader for the extra speed? And when it really comes down to it, I really don't think you want to shoot for a super uber crazy fast Thrawn. I think Thrawn with a base speed of 150, if you get him up to, now I say base speed at max gear, so at gear 11 he has 150 speed. If you get him up to maybe 175, I mean, that's not without even a speed arrow. If you put a main speed arrow and don't worry about speed secondaries on anything else, you'll get him to 180. If you maybe throw on a couple of extra mods that have speed secondary on them, you will get your Thrawn up to 185, 190, 200 very easily. 50 speed is attainable for most average players with average mods on an average account. Well, granted, I say average, especially with 100% mod drop rates, speed secondaries are a little bit easier to come by. If you get your Grand Admiral Thrawn to, say, maybe gear, or rather, 185 to 190 speed, I think that's optimum, because you don't want your Thrawn uber crazy stupid fast, because then his fracture is not going to last near as long as you need it to. Now, this is a match that I lost, obviously. Zeta Vader lead was maybe not the best lead for Thrawn, but then again, I was just going all Empire. I didn't try any hybrid squads. Hybrid squads, I think Thrawn may actually excel. So I'll have to test it out myself. I haven't geared him up yet, but I am excited to try out different theories that I wasn't able to try with Mace Windu's account, which I know. If I had had more time and more arena attempts, which ironically enough, there is a limit to the number of times you can battle an arena. With unlimited crystals, I could refresh as much as I wanted, but I ran out of attempts. Crazy. But anyway, going back to how you want to mod your Thrawn. Personally, I say all in on protection, because if you take his gear max at 26,634 protection, I believe, and you put 3 5-star Mark V protection main stat mods on your Grand Admiral Thrawn, he will be up over 40,000 protection. Easy. And that's without any extra protection from mod secondaries. You can easily get your Thrawn if you put 4 protection main stats, which you can do if you do a protection main stat arrow, triangle, cross, and square, or sorry, circle mod. That's 4 protection main stat mods. You can get your Thrawn up over 50, I think it's 53,000 protection if you do that, go that route. But personally, I think putting a speed arrow on him for that quick 30 speed, and then focusing on your protection main stat for the triangle, cross, and circle is a sound route. However, like a lot of people have been pointing out, his special damage, his special critical damage is very, very low, or critical, sorry, let me start over here. His special crit chance rate is very, very low. Now, I had mentioned in my other video that I wanted to try Director Krennic lead, and I found that even without a triple cleanse on the other side of the battlefield, the ability blocks and the stuns just weren't happening as often as I was really hoping that they would. And so I unfortunately don't really think that a Director Krennic lead without the right setup. Now, Director Krennic lead, obviously you have to have Death Trooper, and if you throw Thrawn in there, you gotta have a really good supporting role back there. I think maybe instead of running, like I tried running TIE Fighter Pilot and Shore Trooper, maybe try Chase in the background. Those two might actually do alright. I don't know, because you still have to have enough crits going out and enough debuffs going out that you can actually get those ability blocks to proc, and those ability blocks are only generated by Empire characters critting. So it's kind of a catch-22 where the squad that I had just couldn't quite cut it. So what I did find, though, and this is from watching other people, Ramon was actually sitting next to me playing, and he found that one of the most successful pure Empire squads that he ran was with Thrawn, Director Krennic, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, and TIE Fighter Pilot. The ability block from the TIE Fighter Pilot helped out a lot. Obviously, the pre-taunt from Shore Trooper, and then with Director Krennic and Shore Trooper, or not Shore Trooper, Death Trooper in support under a Thrawn lead, it was just brutal. He was able to pretty much mow down any squad in his way, and it was pretty awesome. So obviously you're watching kind of a little bit of a back and forth. Some of my matches I'm winning, some of my matches I'm losing, which, I mean, it's pretty much evident that a 5-star NO Zeta Thrawn is going to be competitive, but he's not going to just win every single match for you. So you got to be prepared to lose. You're going to lose them every once in a while. Everybody does. In the current arena state where nearly every team is beatable, it is kind of frustrating to lose a match, but you gotta face the facts that sometimes the RNG gods are just not with you. So, unfortunately, you're not gonna win every match. And I wanted to show, the brutal honesty of, yeah, Krennic is awesome, but yes, he can still lose. I have heard people having really good success running Thrawn in hybrid squads, which was something that I really didn't try a whole lot of. I wanted to kind of change up the Empire squads that I was running and kind of see what I could come up with. A lot of the other game changers have some good videos out. I know that McMole just got his theory crafting video out, and I'm pretty sure the other guys are also getting their second impressions, their second thoughts videos out, and I know that there are some unlock videos out there, so definitely go out, check out the other YouTubers out there that are giving their impressions of Thrawn, because by all means I am not the end-all be-all of this game's YouTube, so obviously. Anyway, so Thrawn is beatable. He's very viable at 5 stars, gear maxed, even without Zetas. When it comes to the debate over whether to Zeta his first, or rather his leader ability or his unique first, that debate is open for a very solid round of discussion. I think that if you are going to try and run a pure Empire squad, then his leader, bar none, hands down, needs to be Zeta'd first, because that 2% protection gain after every single status effect gained and lost is huge. As Trump would say, it's huge. My Trump impression's really not that great, but you should go see Arnold. Arnold's, yeah, it's spot on. But it's a really big deal in prolonging the fight, keeping your squad alive longer. It's actually a very awesome ability. I think it's one of the strongest Empire abilities in the game, especially as far as Zetas go. And I think that Darth Vader's Zeta might be a close second. So, if you're going to Zeta, his leader definitely have to be running pure Empire. However, if he's going to be in a support role, obviously you want to Zeta his unique. And that's where you can really start to play around with putting Grand Admiral Thrawn on a counterattack squad with Isla Secura 5s under a GK lead. I mean, you could throw Thrawn into a Jedi clone squad with General Kenobi lead, with Isla Secura 5s, Rex in the background, and Thrawn, and I think that squad might actually be productive, you know. Possibly throw R2 with number crunch on there to make GK 5s and Rex just a little bit scarier, and Thrawn, I think, could seriously excel in that kind of a squad where you've got his Zeta unique, so every time he fractures someone, he's getting 100% counterattack. So he's getting a lot more of those ability blocks and stuns out. That's a huge piece of that unique, is being able to counterattack 100% of the time. Now, if the enemy knows that he's a counterattack, then it's not going to be, 100% effective, but it does work specifically against AoE squads that push out a lot of AoE damage. So you can definitely make use of that against Triple Cleanse, where you have not just bays throwing out AoEs, but if you've got Kylo Ren on the opposite squad, then he's going to be triggering that counterattack a bunch. So I think Thrawn has a lot of potential, but then again, I don't believe that he is OP. Go ahead, let me know what you think your best Thrawn squads may be. I'm sure he'll fit into a lot of different types of squads, so feel free to share your Thrawn squad theory crafting with me in the comments section below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord server, and we can continue the conversation. Take it easy, guys.